What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. I'm your host CJ, here to bring you yet another video, and today I wanted to talk a little bit about Assassin's Creed Shadows. Now, I personally feel like there's been a lot of videos coming out about people hating Assassin's Creed Shadows. Some people have even been saying the game is just average, mid, or just plain old okay. And I personally have been enjoying the game a lot. I was actually fully prepared to buy the game at launch until Ubisoft hit me up and gave me a free copy. So no, I was not paid or asked to only say nice things about the game or anything like that, but they did give me a key. So shout out to Ubisoft. I actually have some critiques about the Assassin's Creed franchise as a whole since it launched. So for example, I loved the first two games. Following Desmond was great, and it felt like the two highly detailed stories from past and present were intertwined as we moved through the game. These days we've gotten kind of far away from that. We mostly only care about what happens in the Animus as opposed to what takes place in the real world at the same time. I also have some changes that I like about Assassin's Creed, that they changed. For example, in older games, it was more of a parry combat system. Somebody had to attack you first and then you kind of react. But when they introduced Origins, it was more modern, that you could attack first, parry like in most games that came out around that time. So I just feel like the games were being churned out every year and I wasn't able to keep up with the games every year. I just didn't have the time, essentially. But now I feel like the formula was getting a little stale up until this point. So this year's Assassin's Creed Shadows has been extremely fun. In comparison, so far I put less than 12 hours into the game total as of this point of me making this video. I was gonna try to avoid any sort of review on this game because I'm nowhere near done with it, and I don't want anyone to think that I'm saying that I got all the answers and I played the whole game yet or anything like that. But the internet has been really bugging and making people pick sides over this game, and I just find that kind of weird. So I know $70 is a lot to spend. So some outlets like IGN, for example, gave it an 8. I want to say it's a 9 on Steam. I believe PlayStation gave it a 9 or a 4.5 out of 5, something like that. I know IGN's, grading system is a little inconsistent for a lot of people. So what I wanted to do instead of doing something like that is just tell you the things that I personally like about the game. And show you kind of detailed examples. And of course, there will be lots of spoilers. I don't have any idea what you've seen or haven't seen, so let's just assume the entire video is spoilers. Watch it at your own risk. But like I said, I'm less than 12 hours in, so I can't spoil some big plot twist or anything. I ain't even got there yet. So there you go. If you haven't played the game yet, then hey, this will be a great introduction for you to kind of help you determine whether you want to buy it or not. I saw that some of y'all were watching these YouTubers spending literally an hour talking bad about the game, ranting about how bad the game is and how they don't like the game. So in my opinion, it can't be that hard to listen to me talk about it for about 45 minutes on what I do like. So let's do that. Let's get started. First things first, I heard some people saying that the voice acting is terrible. Now I'm assuming that they mean in English because I've been playing in the immersive mode where everyone speaks in their native language. And honestly, it's freaking amazing.
その肌、元からそうなのか？
さようにございます。遥か遠き生まれ故郷では皆かような肌の色を。
そなたらを皆殺しにしようかとも思うた。キリシタンが消えてしまえば、懸念の種が一つ減ろう。なれど商人としては有用で、バテレンがおればブッドが増えぬようにもできる。
I like that Yasuke is a historical figure. He's a real person in history. He was in Japan, so it makes sense. I'm a big fan of representation in video games, so it's always nice to see diversity, especially when it doesn't feel super forced, which I don't think it is in this game. I know some people think it's cool now to talk bad about inclusion of other cultures, as if people wanting to see a character that reminds them of themselves in a video game is suddenly a bad thing. Realistically, it's not. Yeah, I mean, like straight up, I've always been about representation, right? So I was just asking, when are we gonna see some Indian main characters and stuff like that? Then we got Unknown 9 Awakening. Whether the game was good or not, I don't know. It didn't look as good as I thought it was gonna look, but I haven't played it, so I don't want to give full judgment on that. But we are starting to see other cultures be represented in video games, which is very good. So hey, I'm all for that kind of stuff. But in this instance, the gameplay is actually really cool. So that's good. I also don't really understand the kind of uproar, people not liking Yasuke for being African, or as we call him, just black, you know what I'm saying? But he is technically African. He's not even the first African character we've got. There's been just two off the top of my head that I could think of, and there's probably more than that. I think there's like a black female or something, but I don't remember where she's from. She might have been French or something. Anyways, the point is, we had Adewale, who was in Black Flag. He was in the DLC actually. He's literally running around freeing slaves. Like it was great playing as Adewale. I streamed the whole thing. And we had Bayek, of course, from Assassin's Creed Origins, who is Egyptian, which is in Africa. So I don't know where all the shock is coming from. Like, he's not the first person. So yeah, they've done this before. I don't get the outrage. Also, Yasuke was brought over to Japan as a slave. That is documented. He was freed after Oda Nobunaga took interest in him. Some people are downplaying his status in history, claiming that he wasn't a real samurai, which I don't know. I wasn't there, obviously, but I also do kind of find that strange just based on the documentation and the things that have been said. First of all, there's a Netflix show out that also depicts him as an African samurai. There's even like cars and artwork and stuff on multiple video games every February, right? They come out every Black History Month. For example, Rocket League did a tribute to Yasuke. I have a Rocket League Octane car with a picture of Yasuke in samurai gear for Black History Month. So it's always kind of been understood that that's what he was. But when Assassin's Creed mentioned it, apparently, or I should just say when Ubisoft mentioned it, it was like a big deal. I don't understand that. But yeah, first of all, it's an Assassin's Creed game. So it is historical fiction, meaning they aren't trying to teach us accurate depictions of history. They just take some historical figures, put them in crazy situations, cover-ups, murders, that kind of thing. And that's how it's always been. It's also stated that he served under Nobunaga, and the word samurai literally translates to one who serves. So I don't even know what we're debating at this point. It is documented that he served under Nobunaga. The word samurai means one who serves. Sounds like he was a samurai. I mean, that's the only basis I have for it. I don't know what else is there, but either way, I could care less. It's a game. He can be whatever he wants. He could be a pirate. I don't care, but they made him a samurai. So that's pretty dope. I like that. I am happy that the game doesn't shy away from his interesting backstory. They actually start off showing him with his current masters as he was a slave. He kind of explains like what was going on with it. They don't go into super detail right there. Maybe they will later, but they do talk about the slavery part, which I was very happy with because I thought they were going to brush that part under the rug. And when they didn't, I got very excited, you know? So that's one of the things I was kind of hoping for. And they actually did it. So shout out to them for trying to stay true to what most of us consider to be the real history. Speaking of backstories, that brings me to the next point. I was fully prepared to just play as Yasuke the entire game. Now they do give you like a snippet or like a teaser to play with Yasuke in the beginning, and then they switch you to Naue. I was thinking that I was gonna hate Naue just because I don't know. She seems very different. Like the contrast between her and Yasuke is so vast. But honestly, I totally felt like she was a beast. Like, first of all, his story of being a freed slave that now has the green light to kind of slaughter all that oppose him is just phenomenal. Like, I love that. But then when you start playing as Naue and you realize like her integrity and her character, and you get to see like how badass Nagato, her father, is. Clearly Nagato was the assassin, and I wouldn't mind playing as him in some of the flashbacks. I don't know if we're going to get to that. Like I said, I'm not that far. But also, if he had his own spin-off game or something, that would be kind of fire too, because he is amazing. Just like in the few scenes that we get to see him and the way he carries himself and the way he trains her, he is a beast. So I would love to see a lot more Nagato as we continue, which is a fair reason to also play as Naue. So I'm definitely going to play a lot of Yasuke, but I'm not going to sit here and pretend like I really don't like Naoi is like amazing character. Her friends and family are very interesting. Like Granny, who could still handle herself and carries the Kimbo knives or whatever. Like they're all interesting characters. So I just want to see what's up with that. But as I learn more about Yasuke, I'm sure he's gonna have some interesting stuff too. And the next thing I want to appreciate about the game is the soundtrack. It really sets the tone. Uh-oh. Okay. Okay. Oh. He was doing so good.
Fujibayashi Masayasu. 加藤衆はここまでじゃ。楽にしてやるがよい。己の道は今宵ついえる。いえ、こやつめは苦しませねば。好きにせよ。
It's like country western music in feudal Japan. It's kind of tough. When you're exploring or when you're about to get into a fight or when certain cutscenes are happening, the music has been phenomenal so far for my entire playthrough. Honestly, there's a scene I would love to show you, but the sound I'm sure would give me like a copyright claim. So probably just gonna have to not include it in the video. But it is really cool. I did mention it to actually call one of my friends and was like, yo, you got to go back to my stream and check that out. So he was like, no way they played it. I swear it was like almost like a Black Eyed Peas song or something. I don't remember, but it was something crazy that happened during like an ambush cutscene. And I was like, whoa, this is crazy. I almost got up and started dancing. Next, I liked exploring and just finding things. Sometimes you'll walk around and you'll see an icon saying that there's something to discover in an area. It might tell you exactly what it is sometimes. Like I had one that said there's a legendary chest, and it said if you open the chest, it should have something like the ability to level up twice, along with like a high ranking weapon. I think it was like a katana that was like 4 levels higher than what I currently am using. Sometimes they mark it on the compass with like a little icon, like a question mark. And hey, look, there's something over there. You should go check it out. And sometimes you just walk through an area and you overhear some NPCs talking. And if you interact with them, then you can find what they're talking about. And you can get access to optional like boss fights, objectives, stuff like that. Very similar to the system that they were using in Star Wars Outlaws, where I would just be walking and then I would hear somebody talking about a robbery or something, right? And I would just sit there and listen. And then it would actually turn into an objective on the map. And you'd have to try to beat them to the robbery or figure out what they were stealing and try to steal it first or whatever the case was. You know, like that's a really cool thing. So they brought that over to this. Now I'm not saying this is the first time they've done it, but that's the first game I played from them in a while that actually had that where you could just eavesdrop and then take that and run with it. I was impressed with it on Outlaws. I'm impressed with it on here too. Yeah, there we go. Man, it's raining. Okay.
気が高いぞ。頭を下げんか。日の本一の歌舞伎者のお通りだ。
What?
知っとるか。南蛮人は風呂を嫌うそうじゃ。マテレン村で洪水しとるのを見てね。洗った水を。
なんなんじゃ。
嘆かわしい。泉は歌舞伎者にすっかり染まってしもうてな。連中には困ったものじゃ。
ただの浪人崩れに見えるがな。
それが違うらしく、決まりやしきたりを小馬鹿にし、世の道理をひっくり返そうという者たちでな。派手な衣に無礼な振る舞い。若い者はあやつらをもてはやしとるが、民百姓にとっては疫病神でしかないわい。
大名は野放しにしとるのか。
大名たちは戦や企みごとに大忙しで、民草の訴えなど聞く耳持たぬのだ。
わかった。任せておけ。
Oh, shit. Wait, what? Yo, who? Nah, we gotta stick to the script. Oh shit. Wait, what? Damn. Oh my gosh, they got a whole new tree of killing. Okay. That's crazy. Another thing I like is the customization. I love the designs of the outfits and the weapons, the little animations that they do trying to show off like the weapons that they carry on their back versus like the close range weapons and all that stuff. Like these are cool. And each weapon you can actually put abilities on it. So each weapon will have up to 3 abilities, and you can buying certain keys to knock, like, to do those abilities in the middle of combat and stuff. I'm playing this entire playthrough on mouse and keyboard. I am not a mouse and keyboard guy, but I'm learning mouse and keyboard, so sometimes you'll hear me say like, oh man, I hit the wrong button or whatever. I'm still figuring it out. So I've been changing some keybinds, trying to make it easier for myself to kind of get with the program. But yeah, right now I have one ability and I kind of binded that to one of the mouse buttons so I can kind of keep up with it. But yeah, so far everything's working great. Damn. Clandestine Tonto of Harm. Equipping gear is currently restricted. What? All right, that's fine. We'll go with this one. A weapon of this type is already equipped on the other slot. Equipping this weapon will unequip the other slot. Yes. This is my secondary, right? So what's my primary? Oh no, it won't let me do both. I get it. That's 36% backstab damage. Okay, 46. I'd rather have this one. I get it. You can only have one. I understand. I get it now. What's this? Still nothing. So that's a katana. This is a tanto. Oh, because these are all tantos. I got it. So I have one katana and then I have a tanto. So short range, long range. Okay. I understand. I'm picking up what you're putting down. Let's see what we got going on here. We got some more weapons and shit. Oh shit, we got a red katana. 200% damage on enemy collisions? I don't even know what that means, but that shit sounds fire. 87 DPS, 331. Let me see what we at now. Oh yeah, nah, this the big dog right here. 14% crit damage, hell yeah. Katana of Truth. Damn. You know what? Let's just go back. That's our primary. What's our secondary? What the hell is my secondary? Do I not have a secondary right now? So confused. Oh, I see. Because I got a Kusari Gamma. Okay, so that is my second. All right, I understand. So this is 87. So we got to go with this one as our secondary. That'll probably be the best. Okay. That's good. Of course, I also am loving the combat and the skill trees. I don't know how much of the combat and the skill tree I'm going to show in this, but I am showing a lot of combat in like the YouTube shorts. So hey, be sure to check out the other content on my channel. Plenty of fights, plenty of stuff that's there. But once again, until I unlock a whole bunch more stuff, it's going to be a lot of the basic attacks and all that right now. But you can see that there are some really cool things. Like before I jumped off the last stream, I had just got this like a ball and chain type thing almost. We could like throw it and then pull enemies closer to you and then continue to do like a combo attack. That's going to be really cool. And I'm pairing that with a katana, I want to say, which has its own abilities. So trying to figure out the coolest way to knock out long range and short range combos and combat. So we'll see. Don't lose your footing, my guy. You might just fall down. Sheesh. You know what?
生かした過ちだ。二度目はないぞ。
いや、死ぬのはお前だ。
What the fuck? I can't move. Oh shit, there we go. Oh. Sheesh. I'm not fighting fear, dog. Come on. If it was just me and you. Got his ass. Got his ass. Yes, sir. Water. I also love the decision making that I've had to do so far. I haven't gotten to the end to see how the decisions play out, but when we were executing prisoners and Yaya was against it, they made sure to let me know that she will remember that decision. So I'm interested in how things will play out with Yaya moving forward. There were like arguments amongst ourselves and stuff. So I don't know whether I accidentally made her a foe. I don't know if she'll come around again, and it really made no sense at all to even have a decision. Like it was going to be the same ending regardless. I don't know. But I do know that I like the option of having to decide that, and I got to choose what I would really do in a situation like that, which is all I really care about. So there's that. Hey, yo, tripling down before you die is crazy. There you go. Just go ahead and knock that nigga out.
私に生きよと言った。以来、私は復讐の念のみをよすがに生きてきたんじゃ。同じ苦しみを味わえ。
Hey, shout out to his pants though. He got on some really nice pants. You see them pants he wearing? Them some nice pants though. Like you can't tell me that he ain't styling though. He was a stylish ass young nigga. You know what I'm saying? You gotta give him credit where it was due. Now he dead as fuck, but still.
Mate! やめろ!
ゲンズ！仲間は降伏し、和睦を訳された後に焼き殺された。皆の恨みを晴らすのだ。
やめぬか。それでは信長のやることと同じではないか。
お主らが刀を与え、命がけで寺を守れと。なれど敵と早々に和睦を結び、我らを見殺しにしたのは誰じゃ。そして義を求めるわしに、お主は忍びを送ってよこしたのだ。それを今さら、こやつらは生きるに値せぬ。
源氏殿の仰せの通り、信長に仕える者は死に値しましょう。わけどもめ、私は源氏を救うために戦おうというに救いようがないわ。お主ら皆な。
Take that nigga head off, man. Yes, sir. You talking about? You had to get my pops in front of me? Nah, bruh. You get it back in blood around here.
これで満足か。
Damn right. Do it again. Do it again. Step on his head.
行かせてやれ。 お主は我らの血は流させぬと言うたが、結局仲間の血が流れた。その意味があったのであればよいがな。
Hell yeah, I was ready for it. I got bodies, nigga. What you mean? I got bodies. You either die a hero or live long enough to become the villain.
切られた時、どう思われたのですか？
戸惑うた。
私は父が死んだ時、父がそこら中におり、抱かれておるかのように感じました。でも次の刹那には全てが消えておりました。まるで虚しさに飲まれたようで、和田を殺せばそれが埋まるかと思うたのに、この人らは私のせいで死んだ。
Damn right they are.
違
Good job.
う。織田信長のせいだ。
これは仇討ちではなく、私の戦なのかもしれません。
寺の尊き像を最も必要とする者の手に預けるも、そうしたるわしの務め。親鸞上人は何万ものために生きる望みを与えたもうた。なおえよ、今どう感じていようとも、お主はまだ息をしておる。希望がある。それが虚しさを埋めるであろう。
はい。
And honestly, that about does it for a few of the reasons why I'm currently loving this game. I will be continuing to stream this game throughout the week, so pull up to the Twitch channel if you want to pop in and chat or just ask questions. Y'all be easy and stay safe out there. If you can't stay safe, stay dangerous. Peace. But I ain't gonna get that chance because they murdered my pops. Cold blood. Stabbed him up. Stabbed him up. They stabbed him up. It's time. What are you talking about?